Cassie here. Welcome back to Summer Lunch Plus at home. I have a secret for you. Did you know that some vegetables can clone themselves? Okay, maybe not clone, but they can regrow in just water. And this is a great way to reduce food waste because the ends of the lettuce, celery, and green onions that I'll be using today that you just normally throw out can be used to grow more vegetables. And I'll show you how it's done. To regrow your vegetables, you will need a cutting board, a sharp knife, your vegetables, and you'll receive some green onions and a head of lettuce in your week 6 bag. I'm also using some celery to test it out. Bowls or jars that fit your vegetables, and some water. Using a cutting board and a sharp knife, cut your vegetables leaving at least 2 to 3 inches from the base. If you don't leave enough of the ends, the vegetables won't grow. Save the lettuce leaves and the tops of the green onions for the week 6 salad. Not sure what happened to my celery cutting footage, but here I am pretending to cut some celery. Put your vegetable ends in bowls or jars that will keep them in place. Pour in some clean water and fill them to about halfway up from the bottom of the vegetable. And there we have it. So we have some romaine lettuce, celery, and green onion starting to regrow itself. And so just put your jars or containers in a spot where it won't get knocked over and gets plenty of light like a windowsill, and replace the water every 2 days to keep it fresh and so your vegetables don't turn rotten. And it should take about a week until you start to see some growth. I'll show you how mine did over the next few days. So this is about 4 days after I put the cut vegetables in water. The lettuce is doing really well. This one I might have cut too far down, so that's why it might not be growing. And if you see any rotting on the leaves here, I would just pick those off and just put them in the compost. The green onions are doing really well. They're pretty long. I think maybe in about 3 more days, they're ready to cut off and eat. And the celery usually takes quite a while, but if you look closely, you can see the little leaves have started to come out, but this one you really need to be patient with. Here we are on day 12. As you can see, the green onions have done really well and they're actually ready to eat. So what I'm going to do later is take a pair of scissors and just cut off what I need and just leave the rest growing because they will continue to grow. As for the lettuce, the other one I had to throw out because I did cut it too deep and it started to rot. So don't make my mistake and cut too deep. Make sure you leave enough space for it to grow. And this one is doing pretty well. As you can see, the roots have started to come out. There's a little bit of roots over there. And I think in a few days it will be ready to eat. So I just would cut it off, and it'd probably be enough for just a sandwich, probably not a salad. And for the celery here, I transferred it into a smaller jar because the outer ribs started to get kind of gunky, which is normal. They will start to rot and you need to remove them. And once these start to root, this will take a while. I don't think I've seen any roots yet. There's not much going on. But once they start to root, I will plant them in some soil so it gets enough nutrients that it needs, because the celery needs a lot more than just water to grow. Update on the lettuce and the celery. I accidentally left them in the sun and they got a little bit burnt, as you can see from the black and brown parts there. I'm just going to keep continuing to change the water and hopefully they don't die on me. And for the celery, you can see that it's getting kind of gunky and squishy there. That is perfectly normal. If that happens to you, just rip these parts off because the growth is happening in the main center, and this part is still looking nice and healthy other than those brown tips there. So an update on the celery. Unfortunately, I don't think this one is going to make it, and that's okay because the ends of the celery is something that we normally just throw in our compost or throw in the garbage. And this is just a fun way to try to reduce our food waste by regrowing it so we can have it in another meal. So it looks like I'm going to have to throw out my romaine lettuce. I don't think it's going to survive. As you can see, there are these dark spots and very dry bits in the middle, and that can be from many things. One of them I'm thinking could be from direct sunlight. It got too much direct sunlight, or it could just be from the lettuce itself. So hopefully when you try this yourself, you'll have a little bit more success than I did, and show us on the Google Classroom how yours is looking. And the green onions are doing really well. These are really easy to grow. They're getting really long, so they're starting to get kind of bendy. And so you'll get green onions and some romaine lettuce in your week 6 bag. And so try it out with them. Hopefully you'll have more success than I did. Good luck. For more fun activities and recipes, visit summerlunchplus.com. Make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram for updates.